Here we go with another painting tutorial for Underworlds. Going back in time a little bit and doing this Skaven guys. This is my final warband of the first season, and it's a final warband right before season 3 comes out. And so happy to have everything painted up now. These guys, I did it all in 100% contrast paints except for the Ryza Rust dry paint at the end. I think that I would have rather done metallics, like the proper metallics on the armor. It looked okay in pictures, but I think in person the metallic paints look a little bit better than all the contrast paints. But overall, yeah, these guys painted up pretty quick. Did some fun stuff with the bases, using regular paints as well, and some of the contrast paints, but happy with how they turned out. So started out with Fyreslayer Flesh on all the fleshy bits, and you could use any one of the flesh contrast paints for the skin on the Skaven, any of the stuff that doesn't have any fur. Just painted up all the guys that way. Tried to stay within the lines. It always helps with contrast paints if you can stay in the lines. So all the metallic bits, did the Basilicanum gray. Like I mentioned, I should have done this in metallics. I would have been a bit happier. Turned out okay, but I think I would have enjoyed the result a bit better with your lead belchers and null and oil and all that sort of thing. Okay, moving over to Wyldwood for any of the wooden shafts, handles on stuff, that kind of thing. There you see it there, finally. Sorry about that. A little bit off camera. Not a lot of wood on these guys, but you want to stay in the lines, especially with these darker colors. It just makes it that much harder to go back and fix it. So I did a mix of Black Templar and Basilicanum Gray for the bases. I ended up using a lot of sort of regular paints to kind of overbrush this, dry brush it, get a nice gray. So probably could have skipped this and just gone with a Mechanicus Standard Gray and some null and oil and maybe some Agrax Earthshade and whatever else. Any of the fabric on these guys I did with Blood Angels Red. And this color here for contrast is awesome. I really like the bright red. You get a lot of saturation on the red. I find sometimes reds, they can be a bit dull or orangey or whatever. This contrast is great for that. Gore-Grunta Fur for sort of like a brassy color for different parts of the metal. So just to contrast it from the silvery metals. And again, this would have been better with maybe a Warplock Bronze or something like that, a proper metallic. Skeleton Horde for fingernails and teeth. I touched that up with the Wraithbone base first. Snakebite Leather for any of the straps and things like that around the guy. And yeah, so I wasn't happy with the pure contrast grays for the metal. So a little bit of Ryza Rust. Just give me a bit more tonal variation on that, and really made that work. Pretty happy with how that worked. Nihilakh, whatever the patina sort of finish on all of those parts I did with a Gore-Grunta. Again, just to help make it look a bit more metallic. And that's about it. Painted up very fast. If you're going to be painting up hordes of Skaven, this is a good way to do it, and pretty happy with the result. Be sure to subscribe and check in for future Underworlds videos. Going to be doing all the new warbands and whatever else comes out. Let me know if you have any other recommendations or requests, and I'll see you next time.